Yeah, I'm looking at a chassis, and this is a chassis that one of our teammates in California had put together for us, and it allowed us to put in ball bearings, and it was a all plastic 3D printed chassis, and we each built one, and we each got it to work. The motor bolts on back here, the ball bearings and wheels went in here, the gear went in here, and the body mounts were here and here, and it really was okay, but I have to be honest, it was really lightweight. So what I'm trying to play with is taking the wheel section, the ball bearing section out, and make it one piece, or a at least something that we can print and assemble easily, and increase and decrease the axles as we want, and then think about how can we make these parts in here in metal, either aluminum or steel or what. Now I know I've printed this part before, and I made the motor and the bearing and everything were in there, and it was really slick. It worked well. We need an attachment, to the main body some fashion, but usually I was thinking of tabs coming across here and screwing it in or something like that, and it would work. But now I'm looking at the subset of the parts. Now this is the lower piece. This piece came out of the center, so that's the lower piece that would come up from the bottom, and I'm thinking about how to make that, and that still needs the clearance for the gear, you see. So you're going to have some machining there, but it's pretty simple. It's a piece of square thing. And then this has a knob on it, so I don't know if we need that or not. If this is metal and we're putting plastic and then metal on top, that might be enough. We may not need that element there. And then these mounts would be hard to do other than maybe making them in metal and bolting, having them screw down to that upper piece, because you still need this cavity here for that gear to reach up, and for the, if you're going to have the smoke or not or whatnot. And we may just not do any of that upper gearing stuff, just make it smooth, the gear is hidden, like in the pre-war engines where there's no smoke or anything. Just make that totally closed. There's no gear gap. There's a gear, but there's no hole in there for accessing it with another gear for other purposes. We could do away with that, because we could use the fan smoke, and we could get a sensor off of a wheel or something else. We don't need the sensor to come off the motor drive worm or whatnot. There's other ways to do that. So this is sort of what I'm thinking and playing with right now, is what's a good way to do this. Now really here I'm kind of off, because all I wanted to do was make this an opening where the things just went straight in. Well, this could still be, I don't know, it could be two pieces of plastic, I suppose. Hadn't thought of that. I was going to make it one piece of plastic, but the holes were just elongated, so the shafts always just went up and were captured that way. But I'm not sure if I like that or not. Not sure. Still in my mind, Anyway, I thought I would share this and see if anybody out there has some ideas on the best way to carve this up where this can be done with the 3D printer, because we can make it and it's accurate. These brackets could be 3D printed, but they probably should be metal, but we don't want to make it a complicated thing. I'd like this to be a bar of metal and this to be a bar of metal, and we just put some holes and slots in it and bolt it together and we're done. I would like that, so that it's simple and cheap and we can assemble it, but we can still customize it. The advantage of going this way is we just lengthen this out and put another axle in it. And here you just get a longer bar and move the mounting tab out. That's it. And then the motor, whatever the attachment is, you just have it come up and bolt on. Maybe you have 2 screws here and 2 screws here, and maybe some pins for alignment. You know, like we use these pins there for alignment. There may be something like that that we can try to do. That's food for thought. So I'm working on this. I'm printing the Tinder body. It's one of the first. Well, it's not the first Tinder body, but it's the first Tinder body that I'm printed for this project, this Tinder kit project. The first one I had to stop because I had an alignment issue with my Z-axis, X-axis, and I'm not sure if I found the answer or the cause of the problem, but you could see those edges are not in alignment. They've shifted, is what we call it. So we had the Z-axis shift. I don't see it on this one, but I'm not done yet, and it may come back. But I'm going to be digging into that shift problem. And meanwhile, I'm hoping that comes out good enough that then I can print the bases that go to it and do a dry fit and show you guys what the base component of the kit looks like. Meanwhile, we're working on this. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Get any ideas, let me know.